Pat yourself on the back for these spiritual accomplishments. Sometimes the most spiritually aware and evolved individuals question whether or not they are good people, which is a sign of humility. Alternatively, some of the most difficult troublemakers on the planet assume they are advanced souls. Many humans strive to treat others as they want to be treated. Others are too focused on themselves or don't comprehend the spiritual importance of it. You probably accept basic spiritual tenets, such as karma and fate, if you regularly read our articles. Thus, you likely value spiritual awareness and doing the right thing, and may have made more spiritual progress than you realize. Below are 31 examples of your spiritual progress of which you should be proud. You are gentle and understanding with yourself and others because you know Earth can be an extremely challenging place of learning. You are humble and try not to let praise go to your head. You love yourself unconditionally first instead of projecting all your love onto a romantic partner, especially someone who doesn't respect you or isn't in love with you. You avoid attempting to control people in order to meet your needs or desires. You give your partner the freedom to be true to himself or herself. You love a friend enough to gently tell him what he needs to hear, even if the truth stings. You let the little things slide and focus on what really matters. You don't pursue friendships or relationships for the wrong reasons. You put your child's needs ahead of your needs or desires. You refrain from judging something or someone before you know the facts. You respectfully stand up for your rights. You question everything rather than accepting anything blindly, even when the source is a doctor, religious leader, scientist, or other widely respected figure in society. You trust your intuition instead of only believing in what you can see, hear, touch, or prove. You keep intuitive insight about someone's personal life to yourself when there's no good reason to share it. With awareness comes responsibility. You try to be civil to people who aren't. You've done something nice for someone because you knew they were having a bad day. You do the right thing even when no one is looking. You judge people based on the content of their character rather than their color, sexual orientation, sex life, gender, appearance, status, or material possessions. You've helped or mentored someone who needed it, with no expectations of anything in return. You consider and care how your actions affect other people, and you take responsibility for your actions. You look for the truth and scrutinize your own actions before you blame someone else. You've stood up for the truth and defended someone you knew was innocent. You're honest with yourself and others as much as possible. You give credit where credit is due. You say what you mean and mean what you say. You respect yourself enough to guard against people using or corrupting you. You try to see bad people as teachers rather than devils. You try to focus on the lesson and bright side of difficult situations. You accept what you can't change and focus on what you can. You strive to remain fair and reasonable rather than getting carried away with emotions. You realize it's normal to feel negative emotions, but make an effort to detach from them in order to avoid negative behavior, which can be the result of unchecked emotions. No one is perfect and most people don't manage to always live up to every one of these ideals. After all, everyone is here to learn and grow. But as long as you make an effort, you will be making spiritual progress, creating good karma, and contributing to a better world.